Ish. This is what? Episode 8?
8.
Listen, we are out here doing it.
Or like Salita say, 8.
8. Episode
8.
Lucky, no, it's Lucky 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw where you were going, but I mean,
yeah, I didn't quite.
7, 8, 9.
Didn't hit the mark on that. But we are 3 sisters joined together by our marriage to 3 brothers. We hang out all the time. We talk smack all the time, and so we invited you all to sit and listen and be a part of our discussion.
Exactly, because you saw we were talking smack before it started. That's why we looked off guard when we went live. So
hello.
No, that was funny because we were talking mad-ish.
Yeah.
And then Rod said, "Oh shit!" And I was like, "Wait, what happened?" I'm like, "We wasn't live."
Oh no, our podcast about to get canceled.
We were just talking
So we gonna have.
stuff.
She said we're gonna have to enter. We're gonna have to put out a press release.
Excuse me, statement out
on behalf of Sistaz Talking Ish. We were like the statements that we
do not reflect.
They don't reflect real ish.
Real ish radio. Listen. Okay, so ladies, how was your week?
Oh, well, I mean, I always go first. I just go ahead and go.
Yeah,
Go ahead and go.
It was good. It was good. It's my husband's birthday today.
Woo! Happy birthday, Jay!
Happy birthday.
Hey.
So that's exciting. And my cousin, I won't forget this. She texted me today and said,
Yes.
I listened to y'all podcast to get me through at work. So she said, "Can you give me a shout out?" So shout out to my cousin Tia. Thank you for listening to us.
Hey,
and being ridiculous.
Hey, cousin T.
Hey, girl.
So thank you for listening to us. Yes.
You know, black people always like get somebody a nickname. Hey, cousin T. Like cousin Pete. Hey, cousin T.
But this week is flying by fast. Work is getting better. You guys see, I didn't have a poor attitude when I came in.
Your face was so different.
Yep. So I didn't have a poor attitude.
I love it.
And it was overall a good day. I pulled myself together because I did not look like this. Your husband and your husband saw. They probably like, "Oh, she put herself together quick," because I did not look like this.
You did the reverse.
I sure did.
You put a kin.
Yes.
That's what's up. You look great.
You do. You look amazing.
It
Birthday
You know, I put on her today.
Did you crimp it like that?
No, it's my headband wig.
But you didn't crimp it or anything like that?
It came like this. I think everyone should get one. I have a couple of them.
She put me on.
I straightened my headband wig this week. I just straightened it
up.
And then I just put the headband on and then straightened her out. So can you straighten yours?
I think you can, but I probably wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
Because I've seen some of them where you could like wet it and make it curly, and then you could.
Now my other one, I have straightened it. It's more like because it's more of a body whip. Yeah,
it's soft.
Well, can I touch it too? Ooh, it is.
We had this conversation. Who said that they don't care about people touching their hair recently? And I said, what if it's white person at your job? And she said, they're gonna have to get it right up.
Don't pet me. Don't pet me.
That's what we're talking about.
My hair. I hate that.
Speaking of our week, though, that actually happened this week at your house. We had that whole conversation about not touching hair.
Yep.
And that was during we did cake and ice cream for Rod's birthday.
Yes, his birthday too. So we had both of the brothers' birthday was this week.
Yeah. So happy birthday! Shout out to the #1 producer.
Shout out to the producers, Tauruses.
Shout out to the head of the Real Ish Radio Network.
CEO,
real nigga shit.
Hey, real.
Platinum Elite up
Real
in here.
up
Platinum Elite.
All day, baby.
We're gonna spend all our time playing around. What you do this week?
I didn't do nothing. We came over here. We did a cake and ice cream for Rod's birthday. That was really, really fun. Tiff. Let me tell you something. Tiff always be up to something. Okay. When she came and was whispering, I said, "What does she got up now?" I have never, to this day, Tiff has given me the gift that made me laugh the hardest and took the longest to open that I have ever received in my whole life. I feel like it took me 30 minutes to open the gift, and I laughed the whole entire time.
Yep, I had little sticky notes like "keep going." I think the last one said something like "it's about time."
Yes, everything was like wrapped and put inside of some
layers. It was so dope. It was a lot of work. I did it to Rodney's gifts too. It's fun for me.
I mean,
it was fun for me. It made me laugh. I never got that before. So when you came whispering on the day of Rod's birthday, I said something is about to happen. So while we in the middle of singing happy birthday, then the kids came from the back with the silly string and lit him up.
And you could just hear them in the back.
I'm in the back like,
I'm like, Lord,
ready. I had a little code word. My code word was ready.
And little baby
said, ready.
The
these kids
she
came
sure did.
out. He told me, not my babies. Yeah, the babies got them good.
Yes.
They did.
The little baby said, I'm emptying this whole can on Uncle Rod. But that was fun. So we did that. We did the cake and ice cream. They played us today.
What?
They went out to eat.
Oh,
They
they
did.
sure did.
Us.
Sending pictures of food. I'm like, y'all
They
wasn't
did.
going to invite me to go. I could
You
got
did.
myself together to go.
So all the guys
I
went out to
wasn't
eat
together.
today for Jamie's
I got a
birthday.
little guy date to celebrate Jamie.
It's cool though, because it's our date.
That's true.
It's like our date.
We get a weekly date.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we sure do.
We had good cookies, good cocktails.
Lord.
Bless him.
So my week was pretty cool. So my friends came. They were the ones that were here at the last show. They came, and the next day after our last show we taped on Wednesday, I went to Vegas, baby. It's my friend Ebony's birthday, and we went and we just celebrated. It was so much fun. We realized that we a little old because
Why she say little old like she a little old? A little
You know,
old.
we're a little seasoned. So like every night, and I will be the first one to say I fell asleep early. But like I'm no good after like, y'all know this. I'm no good after like 9, 10 o'clock, especially we were up doing stuff all day, drinking and all that. I was like tired. So some of the things that we had planned didn't quite pop off like that. But
You do tend to turn in a little early.
Listen,
I was surprised you was
I
up so
laid
late the day
down.
of Rod's birthday.
Listen, I was on fumes. a sister laid it down, you know, where's you all at?
What time did y'all leave?
It was late, like it was after 11. Yeah, it was. I feel like it was after 11 before 12.
On a school night, that's good for tips. Okay.
Is that a singing group or
9:30.
R&B group called After 11?
After 7.
After 7.
Oh my God.
But yeah,
Maybe I'm a little old.
Yes, I'm your elder. It's okay.
Here she go.
Not my elder.
You know what I'm saying?
The last week when I said
listen to the elders.
when I said they was getting sexually assaulted down the freak meet, then she ain't want to be old. Then.
Right. She's like, that's not my time. Okay.
that was slightly before my time. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm. So I think we had a pretty productive week.
We did.
We did.
And you guys are going to
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep, we'll be back
dope.
in Cali. We should just.
We keep y'all traveling.
Let me tell you, because when I got that text from somebody this week, I said, you know what? I don't care who having a sale.
That's why Salita gonna get you. Salita's going to get you. Keep coming up with all these trips,
Right.
spending money.
We have so much fun though.
We do.
Like I said, y'all not gonna be there.
I know, right?
I know.
It's gonna be like a repeat occurrence.
I know.
Y'all gonna miss us. It's okay. You're gonna be here in spirit. We'll be thinking about y'all.
Y'all will have fun though. Y'all will have a good weekend.
Sure.
You will.
Can't wait to hear about your time.
Y'all want to hop into these
We got
topics?
we got some things we're gonna talk about today.
Go.
So our main topic for this week is a video that Steve Harvey did a couple of years ago. He made a video that just resurfaced where he said that he doesn't have any female friends because he feels that when you're in friends with a female, that it can turn into something else, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, do you think that if you are, you think men and women can have platonic relationships?
Well, I guess the question is, what is their history? You know what I mean? Like, were they former lovers? Was there a relationship ever? Was there ever an attraction?
Mm-hmm.
There's that, because I don't believe in being friends with exes. I'm sorry. That's just not my thing. When we break up, we break up and we're not going to hang out. That's just not my thing, but I can be cordial. So I think for that, no, not for me. But if you were platonic from get-go, I've had male friends before, and it's just nothing ever happened. There was no attraction. It's like, you my friend, you happen to be a guy. So I think that it can be possible, but I think that the history should be factored in.
That's a good point.
Thank you.
I think I was actually leaning more so to that point. Like if you were childhood friends and you guys just stayed the course. But I've never seen anyone who was childhood friends and stayed the course that did not at some point try to see if it can possibly work. Because most of the time it doesn't work, and then they go back to being friends.
Is jacked up, is all forever changed. Yeah.
What do you say?
I say several things.
Just the face for me.
I know, right?
One of the things
she has something to say.
One of the things that I say is that when I did watch the video, one of the things that I did notice is that he said that he was not capable. He said, I'm not capable. And I think that that was a good point, because I do think that it is specific to every individual. I think that there are some people who are fully capable of having friendships with people of the opposite sex. And I think it also depends on the person. Like, because every single guy I'm sure that, okay, I'm gonna speak for myself. I'm not attracted to every guy. Yeah. Like, I don't want to be in a relationship, physical or otherwise, with every guy. So the idea that I can't be friends with a guy because he is a guy, I mean, to me, that just implies that like I'm for everybody, and I'm not. So I have had male friends that I still have to this day that I've always had, that they've never tried to flirt with me. It's never been anything inappropriate. And then on the flip side, when I was younger, long time ago, way before I met my baby daddy, I was very close friends. I had a guy best friend. We were actually best friends, and I was dating a guy, and me and the guy who I was dating stopped dating, and my best friend was a shoulder to cry on. And let me just say that it wasn't just the shoulder that was involved. Okay. So I've experienced both, but I think that situation happened between him and I, and he's since passed away, and it's not, we weren't not able to reconnect as far as our friendship went after that. Okay. So once that happened, it did become extremely awkward. Yeah. But see, even that being my experience, I don't think that's the experience for everybody.
Right. Yeah. I think, like you said, everyone's different. And so you can't necessarily make that generalization like they can never be friends. It depends on the person, the relationship, the history, like all that. What do you say, Selena?
I think the same thing goes back to you. I feel like it just I see all points. So I do see some points where some people just cannot be friends with people. And if you can't be friends, like what Steve Harvey saying,
then you're probably a hoe.
Like it's something wrong with him. Where I'm not gonna say
nothing wrong with it. It's nothing wrong with being a hoe.
Like you cannot control yourself enough to be friends with someone.
You just got to sleep with everybody. That's fine.
Just because
that's ridiculous.
Just because they find me, they can get it.
So that's something wrong. I think that's something wrong with him, because if that's the case, it doesn't matter what the female looks like. You can't be friends with them.
She can get it.
I mean, and I guess at this point he can, because he's been married 4 times. So I mean,
so he know his capabilities.
We were just talking about that. Like, I don't understand, and this is no slight to anybody who does, follow him and all that, but you've been married 4 times and you're steadily giving relationship advice, and I'm just like, I don't know, like if that's the best source, in my opinion.
You don't think so?
I mean, he knows what doesn't work.
Yep, he sure do.
He knows what, I guess you could say he knows what works by knowing what doesn't work. You know what I mean? So
what they say, practice make perfect.
I don't know. I mean, I just some of the things I've heard him say, I'm just kind of skeptical about it, and this is one of them.
But then that you guys had the other video where it was a minister talking about it, and I can see his point too.
Yes.
So if you have a new friend that you did not grow up with, like say for example, you find like you have people at work, and you have friends that you're cool with at work, and it's a male, and you go, oh, what you eating for lunch? Oh, you going to Chipotle? I'm going to Chipotle.
Why you have to say Chipotle when you look at me?
You going to Chipotle?
Is your jam?
I'm going to Chipotle too. You want to ride together? Then y'all start talking, riding together.
Listen, I'm not synonymous with Chipotle.
That's what he said. Did you say I'm not? Great way to get that endorsement.
I did eat it 2 days in a row this week.
Oh my God.
Holly rice is hitting.
Anywho, but I think you're absolutely right. I do believe that I think that could be a thing as well. But to me, that's also, a certain type of person. Because on the flip side, to me, you would have to be someone who's extremely like narrow-minded in order for you to meet another person and then decide that, oh, well, because we have this thing in common. Oh, well, you know, I really like to eat Chipotle, but my husband, he don't like Chipotle. So now all of a sudden, I mean that all of our eating habits is in common. So you just this total amazing person. Meanwhile, there could be 97,000 other things that my husband do that this person doesn't do. So to me, like, I understood his example, and I know that there are I've known people who like, it's like it's this one thing that you can't stand about your spouse, and then you meet somebody else who can only fulfill that very one thing, and then all of a sudden they like the best person in the world.
Grass is greener,
and it's not. Like, because you don't even know you don't have the whole picture.
Yeah.
You don't have it. But on the other side, I do think that, and we talked about this because similar to that scenario where he was talking about how you can meet somebody at work, I've said that I don't think it's anything. I think you can be friends with someone who you recently slept with. And
did you say recently?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure I was.
She said, "I want to make sure I heard you."
Yeah, I think that there are people. I think there are more people than we give credit to that are able to have sexual relationships that don't have any feelings associated with them. I don't know that that's always the case for both parties, but I think that is a thing. I also feel like a lot of times women have issues with their husbands or their spouses, or even men have issues with their wives or girlfriends having friendships with people who they used to date and whatnot. And the reality is that most people won't know. So the likelihood of your spouse cheating on you with somebody who they already had is slim.
It's like been there, done that. I already know that headache.
Exactly. Like most of the time, people cheat with new people. People cheat with somebody who they met at the grocery store. Most men cheat with, and I'm not trying to make y'all paranoid, okay? I'm not. But most of y'all men is cheating with people who they work with. They not even cheating with their baby mama. They cheating with the girl down to the job.
Down to the job.
And he there all day and ain't nobody worried. He goes to the strip club, you mad. His baby mama come over to the house to barbecue, you mad. All of these situations happening. But he go to work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and ain't nobody stand up.
He got a whole work he go to lunch with every day.
Like a whole work wife.
It's a thing, like my work husband, my work wife. Like,
especially at the plants.
Yes,
y'all people that live in Michigan.
I heard the plant life is interesting.
Yes.
Okay, goes down in the plant.
You individuals that live, and okay, so Jamie, he is a talker, right?
And he got a situation with the old lady that sell the cookies. So you better watch your back.
Situation.
She be out giving them free cookies.
Oh my god!
Everybody know Jamie like the snacks.
That's the perfect way
to open up his heart to cookies.
Jamie gonna be like, my wife don't never give me no cookies.
I'm like, why is she giving you all these big hard
cookies? Do is good baked cookies. You say hard cookies?
Yes.
I do not like crispy cookies. That's not my.
Oh my god! I'm like, what is these cookies? I'm not eating them cookies.
I can't do it. My cookies gotta be soft.
And they not good.
Oh my gosh!
So what you about to say about her?
But he's had friends that he's met at work where they were women and they were cool kicking it. Like I went out to lunch and all type of stuff. Or she moved. Like she'll say something like, "Oh, I need like he's done like light fixtures or something for her." But then it was completely platonic.
And
but then
here
now, to be transparent, at some point you have to say you don't have nobody else that can put that light up for you.
Right, like
not another soul. But then I had to say, pull it back.
But so that's another line though, right? So how would you feel if you ended up finding out that she was wanting him to do those things for her because maybe she has some attraction to him?
I mean, I can see that.
But would you care?
Thinks people look at him all the time.
He do think he fine.
But I would care. And at that point, if it was to a point where she wanted to be, where she was wanted to be with him or want to make advances, then I would say he would have to. He can't be her friend anymore.
And the thing is that we don't. a lot of times not enough credit to the spouse is being given.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just because somebody's throwing himself at your husband doesn't mean he can just walk away.
Yep.
It doesn't mean that he is engaging at all.
Yes.
So I think that's where trust comes into a relationship.
Yep, I completely agree. Because I feel like I feel like I agree with you. Like, if there was someone who was interested and I would trust that he just wouldn't be interested back. Like,
right.
Just because someone is giving you attention doesn't mean that you have to be a little easy little slut out here.
Yep, because people could
control
genuinely,
yourself.
because if someone moved here, she could genuinely need help. Like,
Yes.
if you move someplace from you don't know anybody, and you met somebody at work and that you vibed with, and you say, "Oh, can you help me do X, Y, and Z? Because you have a pickup truck, I don't. Can you pick this up for me?"
Mm-hmm.
Then, yeah, by all means. But like you said, you have to actually trust your spouse.
Yes.
In order to do that. If you know your spouse is kind of shaky, then he can't go pick up nothing.
But then at that point, then you know your spouse, and it could literally be anybody.
That's true.
It could be anybody, and she can get it because that's who your husband is. So, I mean, you have to know who you're married to. But if you genuinely have trust,
but then if you're married to somebody like that, then
y'all got some stuff y'all need
to talk about. Or maybe you cool with it. Some people aren't cool with it.
Open marriages.
We were just talking about I was just telling y'all about the girl that
I'm gonna have to check out that video.
Yeah, and they're in an open relationship. And the crazy thing about it is, this is a little bit. Well, no, this is on top of a little bit off. So, I really, really, really like Shambooty, and I follow all of her things. But she recently we were talking about this, but we were saying that her and her husband both have interviewed their exes, and they'll have these conversations. But on a recent interview that she did with her ex, or it wasn't recent, but she interviewed her ex, and one of the things that she said, or that he said that she did that hurt him, was when she was leaving to move out of state, he proposed. She accepted the proposal, but she said, since we're not going to be in the same place anymore, I think I should see other people. You should see other people, but we're still together. But she didn't have words for it because I think she was like 18 or 19 at the time. Mm-hmm. But now, fast forward to today, she's in an open marriage. So she was explaining to him that a lot of times we think it's about us, and it's not about us. If your husband cheats on you or if your wife cheats on you, it's not about you, it's about that person. And she was saying that even all of these years later, she didn't need to be with other people because he was lacking somewhere. It's just who she is. Mm-hmm. So all of these relationships later, this is what she needs, So I think we don't take that into consideration.
That's true.
That it doesn't have anything to do with you. It doesn't mean, because people would beat themselves up.
Oh, yeah.
And they
what's
feel like,
wrong with me? And I can't believe this. And it's always, a critique of the other chick. This chick ain't even cute.
No, I would be pissed if she was ugly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean,
it's not about me, and I know it's not about me, but I'm gonna be mad if she.
I'm like, you couldn't find nobody that look better.
I'm saying if you're gonna do something, at least find you somebody. Okay.
I need to see her and then be like,
okay, you get it. I forgive you.
I'd fuck her. Okay. I have to get it. If I don't get it, it's a problem. I need to be able to understand how this happened. And if I can't understand how this happened, then
we don't need to be together.
Because clearly your standards
are low. Very, very.
I'm over here intermittent fasting, and you over here.
You over here with SquarePants.
Oh no.
Meanwhile, I'm over here working hard, trying to keep it all together, bathing.
So you mean to tell me I need to be doing all this working out?
I could have did nothing. Like that. I could have did nothing.
Trying to keep myself together for you.
I think it matters.
Just don't make no sense.
So have we collectively agreed as sisters that we do or we do not think that men and women can be friends?
I think they can, just under certain terms.
I think it's definitely possible.
Yeah. And we don't care if it's old or new, right? So it could be an old friend or a new friend.
That's not always it.
Like, what if your husband come home tomorrow and he like, yeah, so Jessica said the silliest thing yesterday. You're like, who the fuck is Jessica?
I mean,
it's like a brand new friend.
Who should come from no new friends.
No new friends?
No new friends.
So your limit is no new friends. You can have old friends.
It's just weird. I don't know how I feel about
Well, I guess it's different. I think it's different. I think you would have a different vibe. Like if he went into a workplace and because when you're at work and you're going into the office, you have friends. So I've sat next to guys at friends, and that was my work best friend, and we kikied all day.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
and I'll call Jamie and say, "Do you know what blah 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 said?"
Somebody, yes, right.
So I think you would
Gotcha.
probably have a different, but it wasn't like we weren't hanging out after work or texting each other. But he was my work best friend, and we would kiki all day.
You ain't meet him at the gas station.
No, I didn't meet him at the gas. Now that's no.
Don't be picking up friends at the
Now you can't
grocery
meet.
store. Like what in the world?
Now you can't meet somebody in the aisle too, and you talking
Like,
about
no.
You like
we
the
just had a
darkness,
connection.
the darkness thing
They
happened.
were weird.
So I couldn't reach the stuff all the way up on the top shelf, and this very strong man came up and grabbed it for me, and we
Strapping
met
man.
eyes, and we realized that we
like the same jar of pickles, and we just decided that we wanted to be together. He liked dill, I like spicy.
so we going pickle tasting this weekend.
Like stuff. Now that you can't do that.
I
So
agree.
Tiff say no new friends. You say you don't care if they new or old. I also don't care if they new or old. Kia has had friends from college, women friends from college come into town and call, and he's gone out to lunch or dinner or whatever, and I'm like, y'all gotta have fun. Didn't even see the person. Don't even know who the person was.
Yeah.
That is security in your relationship and trust in your husband.
I don't know that that's it though. We had this conversation and you said that you think that. I don't necessarily think that it's that I'm secure in my relationship. I know I can't control it. I know I don't have any control over my relationship, and I can't control another person. So I'm not going to drive myself crazy trying to control what he does. If he's going to do it, it's going to happen, and I'm not going to be able to stop it. So there's no need in me tossing and turning and no, you can't do this and no, you can't go there, because if it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
That's true. All right. So what's our next?
We're going to talk about swiper.
Oh, we didn't have our-
swiper.
No.
Oh my God, I did it again.
You're a repeat offender.
Oh my
You're
God.
a repeat offender.
Gonna put you in the corner.
Ah!
Go to the
It's the
corner.
I did it. You
Oh,
touched
snap.
it. Why are you touching it?
Same thing.
God.
Listen, we have some comments that we didn't see.
What the
I
people in
can't
the
see all of them
comments
without clicking on it. And if I click
So-
on it, then it's good. The audio. Go
say? So
ahead.
my sister said, I have a male friend that I've met at work since being with my spouse. I think it's possible.
I think it's
agree.
possible.
I completely
Oh
agree.
no, I know I had one job. You know, I get nervous. I can't work under pressure. So when they start going off, and I just But yeah, like she said, like Kyra said, I think you definitely can have a work friend.
Yep, I completely agree.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's possible. I think you just have to have trust in your relationship. And I think a lot of people think they have trust in their relationship and they really don't.
Got you.
Mm-hmm. So you know what we gonna go on to? The scammers of COVID.
Swiper, no
Swiper, no
swiping.
Hey.
So we're gonna talk about all of the scamming that some of y'all been
Oh,
doing
some
during
of
the
y'all.
pandemic. But let me tell you, we have picked up a lot of stuff during the pandemic. We have picked up biking, hiking, podcasting. We picked up a lot of stuff. We have not picked up none of the scams that y'all is out there doing. So I'm gonna need y'all to relax. Have y'all seen that they got a list? I haven't seen the list.
A
I don't know that
list?
it exists. It might be fake news. But I don't care because the shit is juicy. And I know people who personally done it. So if it is a list, I know your name on that list. But they got a list of the people that got the PPP loan and wasn't supposed to, or maybe they got an amount they wasn't supposed to get. And now y'all can't find social security numbers to match all of these employees that y'all done went down to there and
Say
told the
Social
government
Security
y'all
number.
had. And I don't understand why y'all thought y'all was gonna get away with this. I don't even understand why y'all keep playing with these people like this. Like, jail is a thing. And Tiff said we're not going back. So
No,
do y'all
we're not
know
going back
anybody
behind bars? I will not.
that got the PPP loan?
I don't know anybody that got the PPP loan, but they are out here winning. I mean, they was fresh last year.
Yep, sure was.
They couldn't go nowhere, but they had everything.
They had all of the checks, the
All the
stimulus,
cards.
the unemployment, the PPP.
Listen, there were so many seafood boils going on because people were cashing
Yes.
out. Okay, car rentals. You couldn't get a car because people were renting all the nice cars and riding them. You know,
Mhm.
it was crazy. I'm like, okay,
Yep.
but I guess it's time to pay the piper. And
And you know the government don't play. They want their money back. They want it with
and they're
interest.
going to get
They
it.
will come in your account and snatch that thing out.
Take your whole
That's just
account,
like
your whole
the one
house.
girl who had the GoFundMe to raise money.
Yes, to pay hers back. They is
I
coming
just-
after
I saw
y'all.
that. Yeah.
I did see that. The girl got the whole GoFundMe. Did y'all donate to it?
No.
Y'all don't want to help the sister out?
No, I don't. No.
I guess my thing is, you were wrong.
I agree.
You fraudulently obtained money from the government, and you big mad now because now you have to pay it back. There's a consequence
for official government records.
Right.
I just think you need to just go ahead and take that loss and just know that last year you had an amazing year. you had a ball.
You got memories. You better enjoy those memories.
Somebody said the scammers are winning. They are. I'm not lying about that. They definitely winning. But at what cost though? Is it really winning if you
can't
lose
be looking over my shoulder
and too much.
I feel like my nerves would be bad. I don't know what I would do. I would have to get.
You can't talk about me.
Why can't I see the comments though?
See,
this is weird.
Y'all can talk about me.
Okay, sorry.
I would have to get 2 weighted blankets to sleep at night.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
I gotta get one because apparently
as soon as they put the money in my account, I would say, "Oh God, I'm so sorry. I thought this was a student loan. Can you please give me the money?
I thought this was something else.
I thought this was something else.
Like,
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Say, forgive me.
I don't know how that
definitely couldn't do it.
So what about the suko? So during the pandemic, that's another thing that y'all was down there doing, where the people pay. Oh, you pay $100 and then you get $10 million.
I had never even heard. Oh, was that the one? Hello, people. The one.
Hello, people.
Like you have to read like a script. And one of my husband's friends did it, and it was like he could tell it wasn't authentic because he's like it sounded like he was reading. He started off like, "Hello, people, for just $100." Yeah,
is that the Sugo thing?
I don't know the name.
That was another scam.
That is another
that was
one.
Going on. A lot of people.
I think that might.
I don't even know the name.
But listen,
his friend got
the lady
a lot
that was
of people
trying to
got
get me to sell the insurance. She said that they would give me a script and all of the stuff, and they would tell me exactly what to say and what to post and all of that stuff.
And it was a post. He was like reading the script or whatever and talking about this little adventure.
I think I'm always cautious. I'm an overly cautious person anyway, but I think I'm overly like my antennas go up the moment that I know I need to get people. Like when like where it's like, okay, so you can make this money and then you gotta sign somebody up and bring somebody in.
Like yep. I'm not like that's not
I can't do it. It was a point where it was like flourishing, like where everyone had a pyramid scheme, and they get you hyped up about it and go to the different awards. They have the different awards and get people they win, they come out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't even open my mouth to ask somebody to sign up for nothing.
No. Maybe that's the thing, then. Maybe that's why we can't do it. Maybe it takes a certain personality type to
be a con artist.
I just don't like just fact. And that's it. I don't like I know somebody very close to me is doing that. And I can't take it. It's just like, and then you want to get mad at me because I'm not investing in that.
Yes.
I'm just not. That's my decision. And keep on sinking money into things while you talking about how broke you are.
Yep.
While the supposed profit you still haven't seen, 2-3 years later, and you wonder why I'm like not trying to get involved in that mess.
Because y'all should be rich.
Exactly.
Let me tell you something. If I ever do decide that I'm gonna start scamming and scheming,
and doing a Ponzi scheme,
you and this Ponzi.
I am going to be balling. Y'all not gonna have to ask me nothing because I'm gonna show y'all.
But I don't understand
how I'm balling.
I don't understand. And the thing is, the people that do these, they get all the way to the top, they make all the money, and then they stop doing it.
Why? Like, what happened? I thought it was so good. Like, why you quit?
And then they go on to the next one and then call you back. Hey, girl, I was into something else. I'm like, don't call me no more. Because what would you do? What? Why did you stop doing the other one?
Now you selling something else.
Exactly.
Like, you done went from selling Tupperware and then now you selling Mary Kay and then like.
What we doing next, girl?
Now you the Avon lady. I don't like Avon either. Sorry.
I just think it's not like I get it.
They got the good oil for the
buds. You got a good oil, the good repellent. Yeah,
I do. They do. I get it though. Like I think it takes a certain kind of person. I don't know that I've never been good at sales, so I just don't know that I could sell people on things.
That's it. I mean, I'm not gonna ask you.
I say no. Okay, I'm not one of them people that's gonna keep on, and that stuff annoys me too. When somebody's trying to sell me on something and I say no, and they're steady like, and I'm like, leave me alone. No, so no, I'm not doing that to anybody else.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say like most people don't like being sold though. Like most people don't like being sold.
Exactly. So it's just
because even we talked about the whole insurance thing, right? My belief was, if it's really that good, people will want it, right?
Like you wouldn't have to be going door to door and soliciting folks and all that. Like it would just, like you said, like State Farm. If you want to go get State Farm, you go and you get it. They don't call you up and say, "How about this?"
But then I guess to play devil's advocate for those who are in that realm of that particular business, it's technically how they think of it. It is their business. So just like State Farm, you still call State Farm to get business, but then State Farm also puts out advertising.
That's true. They do advertise. That's true.
So I guess it's a couple of ways you could think of it.
So is it called Kalia J Farm then?
Yeah, the Kalia J State Farm agency
of the world.
I mean, and the only reason why I know that is because in a mortgage business, when people apply for jobs, you can say Kalia J State Farm agency, and that's your business.
Yeah, why wouldn't I just have my own business and it's just called Kalia J Insurance Company?
But the thing that becomes crazy, they start off with trying to sell you the insurance, but then they try to get you to be under them. That's where the problem
you sell it.
That's what the pyramid comes
sell, and that's how the tiers go up.
Yeah. So that's the problem with it. So I don't necessarily have a problem with them selling the insurance, calling me, asking me if I have life insurance.
Because we need it.
Because once you get to that point and they get you through the door where you're talking to them about life insurance, then the next thing is going to say, well, girl, since we did this, how would you like to get started in this business, girl? Because I've been doing this for X amount of time. Girl, that's not what I'm here. I'm here to get this life insurance. So we can talk about this. You give me the form so I could, do the automatic payment. What we doing? Because we're not about to do this.
That's too much.
But that's how they get their foot in the door. And the only reason why I know this, it was a time where they was all doing it. Okay, my family and them, they was going to all the pyramid scheme conferences. Okay, so I know,
they got pyramid scheme conferences.
I know how they get you in the door. Okay,
well, do they got a Ponzi scheme? Because I don't want to do a pyramid scheme, but I do want to do a Ponzi scheme.
Now, our nerves is too bad. We cannot do that. Tim would have been nervous. We'd be in prison.
We're not going back to jail.
I'm not going back inside. Okay.
An undercover cop come in and they'd be talking to her. She'd be like, yeah. I'm like, girl, did you see as a police officer?
I'm not going back. I won't go back in.
I'm like, Tiff told on us.
I'm like, I got nothing to do.
I would too. I'd be like, look, let me tell you. She's been talking about Ponzi schemes for so long. Go back to episode 5 of our podcast.
Like it goes back. The girl has been committed. Okay, she is gonna do this thing. So this was another one. Tell me what y'all think about this one. So I posted it. I posted a screenshot.
Did you? You sure did. Right? Yeah.
So another shout out. So shout out to Trinidad and. My favorite podcast, This Week in Culture, they came back on today because he had the COVID, so he was out sick. I'm not excited that he was sick. I'm excited that they back. Yes, but he posted somebody. Let me tell you, y'all are so shady. Somebody went down to the internet and decided they was gonna make a post to try to figure out how many of y'all can remember y'all grandma's landline number. Talk about a scam. And a lot of y'all decided that it would be a good idea to post y'all grandma's cell phone number in the comment section of the post. Funny thing is, he posted it like basically saying that people were being weird. And somebody went down into his comment and posted their grandma number under the comments talking about the people that was posting the grandma number.
What?
Too much.
And all I'm trying to figure out is how y'all gonna explain to y'all grandma why y'all got the Nigerian prince calling her to try to get her to wire him some money. How you gonna explain that?
Because grandma's gonna send all the coins to get you back. She gonna send a wire. I don't know how to send a wire, baby. I don't know how to send a wire. I got a money order.
They do that and they prey on older people.
Yes, that's why I don't understand why somebody would post their grandma's number on the interweb.
Not cool.
Because then they have grandma
People
going down to the CVS sitting out of Western Union.
Okay.
The weird thing is, as soon as I seen the post,
trying to
right. Mm-hmm. I immediately thought to myself, I said, do I know my grandma's landline number? And I did. I rambled it off in my head. I'm not going to tell y'all. And I rambled it off in my head. And I would have never in a million years typed it in and posted it underneath the comment on a public platform for everybody named Mama to call her and try to convince her that the car that she sold 20 years ago needs a warranty updated on it.
Oh, they called my work phone. My government phone.
Really?
Talking about your warranty is about to expire. What?
They just call you and they just run down all of the things. If you have a Visa, MasterCard, Discover Card, American Express, Capital One, Chase, Citibank.
If you have any of the above,
please press
I've had one. I think I've had one like call my. I've had one call me before, and they were from India, and they said, "Oh, you didn't pay this loan. If you don't pay, I'm gonna send the sheriffs down to
they do that.
Come get you, and you're gonna go to jail and this, that, and the other." I'm like, okay.
Or the IRS ones. First of all, the IRS does not communicate via phone.
They're not gonna call you.
I need you all to understand this. The IRS will not randomly call you and leave you a voicemail and say you owe X, Y, and Z or you're going to jail. They always communicate by mail.
And when they really want their money, they gonna send that mail certified.
And or if you still don't answer to that, they gonna clean your account out. So they got different methods.
Just ignore the government.
Your cell phone or send you a text message.
They already got the account
they
number.
Don't do that. I learned that the hard way because I was like, I got the call and I was talking to Rodney like, oh my God. And he was like, girl.
I think I freaked out the first time.
I did the reverse lookup.
Yep.
And I was like, this is what I mean? But at first I was like, so I can see how,
because after so many times when they said, well, we about to roll up on you, I said, first of all, even if I owe the IRS, it would not be that
worried about us.
It wouldn't be that much for you to roll up on me.
No, not worried about us.
Yeah, be like, if you want to come on
down here. Yep.
Come on down.
Pull up.
Look, Kyra said she got a birthday text on her work sale last week, and someone told me to send my cash.
I'm telling you, people get creative with the ways that they will rob y'all, and I just need us all to make sure that our alerts
stay alert.
Turn it all the way up, crank it up, make sure the volume is high, so your senses is up there. So when the people come to get your money, you can have it extra tight.
Stay woke.
I think that's the moral to the story.
It's just. And if they would just funnel all of that energy into something, they would be great.
Oh my goodness, right?
No, they are great. The people that skim it, we have to comment down there letting y'all know that they're winning.
They are winning.
We mean like great.
But they don't know.
As far as
and it happens to the best of us.
Not, getting people, hustling people out their money.
What's the lady name? The grandma on Blackish. She's like amazing. Jennifer Lewis.
Yeah.
She was awesome. Even talking about how she got scammed from a man who she was dating. And I think she said she gave him like $50,000 or something. Yes. And he said it was like for his kids, and he made up this whole lie. And then come to find out, he had been scamming other women out of their money too. Like he was like dating like all of these women and getting them for their paper.
You got a picture of him?
I don't. I'm sure I can find it though.
I'm like, is he?
I think
I know she got him like prosecuted and stuff. She don't play no games.
Man.
Well, people are crazy. They definitely are. I don't know if I can guess. I guess when you have money like she does, giving somebody $50,000.
That's probably not that big of a deal for her, but it's still.
I don't know.
What?
He not cute.
That's why I'm like, what does he look like for real? It's always somebody.
He kind of look like a woman.
Oh my gosh, he like he got woman hips.
Yeah.
Don't he?
Mm-hmm. Like he thick. He
like he switched with. We got a big old.
He look thick, like he got wide hips.
I can't.
Like
but people, seriously, people who have older people in your life that you might be caring for or what have you,
protect grandma.
Have a talk with them. Mm-hmm. Keep an eye out. Your parents, grandparents, whoever. Keep an eye out. Have a talk with them. Let them know.
Stop giving a number out on Facebook.
And be like, Grandma,
That too.
why would I be stuck on a Cambodian boat in the middle of the ocean? And why would they have you Western Union? You think they got Western Union over there?
You never know.
Like,
what about Social Security? Have they called y'all about y'all Social Security?
No.
Y'all ain't got the Social Security.
I don't answer the phone.
What's that about?
They call you and they let you know that your Social Security has been hacked and you got to do something so that your money won't be all gone when you get old and you need it.
See,
again, the government.
I
don't answer them either. But the government, including the Secretary of State, will not call you. They will send you correspondence. Mm-hmm. So just know that.
Isn't it even okay? So this is the thing, right? So I think if we think about it this way. Isn't it illegal for somebody to even give out your that sort of personal information out over the phone without verifying your identity? Like, don't they have to verify who you are first before they can even give you that type of information? Like, if it really was true, if this was really a true thing that was happening, if it really was your credit card company calling you to tell you that something happened, they don't have to make sure that they even talking to Kalia J before they start telling you.
I know I do. Whenever I talk to mine, you gotta, last for your social, and
but then
a
lot of times they get your information from the black market, so they'll have certain pieces of information. So when they call you, they have certain things that they can offer up.
Well, that's good.
Because they have your stuff.
Yeah, I've even had people call me to ask me for my information, and one time it was a legit phone call, and I still was like, "I'm not giving you my information." I'm like, "I will call you. I'll call you. Don't call me." But they called and was like, "Can you verify last for your social?" And I was like, "Over my dead body."
That's it. Okay, run that. And then also, I get emails all the time. I have a PayPal account. I get emails all the time from a fake PayPal account. And it's like, your account has been locked. And you have to enter your information to get back into it. And we're going to do all this other stuff. And I looked at the end of the address it came from. And it's not like at paypal.com. It's something crazy.
Yes.
So check the sources before you enter any information. Exactly. Always check.
Or they'll make it close where it'll be like PayPal X.
Yeah. Really close. Like, check that. Make sure you have a secure connection. Look for the little lock box in the bottom right-hand corner that tells you have a secure connection. And just be safe.
We're giving y'all some good information out here to keep yourselves protected.
Just be safe.
And make sure y'all wearing y'all condoms and taking y'all PrEP every day.
And wear your mask. Don't be raw dogging air.
Yes. Make sure you wear your mask.
Dogging air.
Yes. Shout out to Carmen. Because when she telling people was out here raw dogging the air, let me tell you something. I almost slammed my phone down. Okay? I said raw dogging. I almost blocked her. I was like, are you kidding me?
Lord, people is testing their life out here in these streets.
But we do. We have to be safe. Literally, across the board, we have to be safe.
Agreed.
And we got to think about our families. So share the information with your families. Don't put your families at risk. And don't have your families out here looking crazy. Because the worst part is, imagine this though, right? So you post your grandma number down to the internet, and now they got your name. So when they call grandma, they can even say, "Hey, Grandma Nana Mima."
Grandma Nana Mima.
I'm done.
Kalia is in need, in distress.
This is when you talk to grandma and you say, first of all, hang up. Exactly. Second of all, call me or call my mama and see if you can, you know what I'm saying? Just check on me if you're actually concerned, but hang up first. This is why we need to have these conversations with people so that they know.
Why people don't have them convos with their grandma?
No, I wonder why. If somebody called me and said something was going on with one of my kids, I'm gonna call my kid. Why people don't do that? Why people don't do that?
I'm hanging up. Clear, you all right?
But you know what? I think grandmas, they just,
they're a little nervous.
They just be nervous and they just older.
So they just get a whole social security check away.
That's so wrong. You're playing on older people that.
What y'all think about their karma though? What you think is going to ultimately happen to the people who are really out here intentionally doing harm and getting over on folks?
Oh, I don't care.
No, I didn't mean
it's just like whatever's going to happen to them is going to happen to them. They're going to reap what they sow. So that's not my concern. Just it's wrong.
This is true. I completely agree.
Absolutely true.
So yeah, we out of here for today.
We are definitely out of here, but we have to, before we leave, we have to shout out our other, what do you call them? Like
our sister, brother, our siblings.
Sisters, yes.
brother shows.
Yes, so we got to give shout out to the Transparency Place with Chris. And we have to give a shout out to
Blaine J.
I didn't want to say it wrong. And then
Cigars with Friends.
We got to give a shout out to them. Please support and listen to their podcast. I know you can also, the Transparency Place with Chris and Blaine J. They are more serious than us, and you will.
So serious.
They will. Their podcast will help change your life.
You're gonna learn. You're gonna learn more about scamming. You're gonna learn more than scamming down there.
So I really want you all to headbutt that like button, drop, kick it, all that, and share, please. We are here weekly. Tell a friend, tell a cousin, all that good stuff.
We here weekly live on YouTube and Facebook.
Yep.
And then you can catch us on all of the digital platforms. Because we down there too. If y'all just want to put your ear in, maybe y'all want to put your whole face in, and maybe you're gonna put your ear in, and then you can just go down and just listen. You can. And then you can also catch us on the Real Ish Radio app.
Yes. Check us out there too.
You can get the app at realishradiooapp.com. And check out us on IG at Sistaz Talking Ish. Search it, follow us, and all that. We have lots of things that happen before the show.
Yes.
Outtakes and craziness going on as well on there.
Tip always like to sneak record us.
Yeah, I know. It was like
today. Oh, yeah, I got y'all today. That was
today.
lovely.
Oh my God.
Y'all were all into it. I'm like.
So if y'all want to find out all of the ways that we're going to get canceled in the future, then it's the Instagram is where you're going to find it at.
Yep.
All the dirt's on IG. All right, y'all. We're out.
See y'all next week for episode 9.